All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking and comparing the two UPCs going between the Sword and Shield Charizard UPC and as well as the brand new Mega Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. As you know, right now the market is tanking. This thing is becoming cheaper and cheaper. And so we're going to discuss whether or not this is a good buy as of right now, how it compares to the original one, and kind of take a look at it and break it down to see if it's something that you should spend your money on. So let's check it out. So as we know, these UPCs, the new Mega Charizard, they are being printed quite a bit. The way I acquired this one and one other one was pretty easy. It was Walmart, I think, last week, dropped a whole bunch of them. I was in a queue for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and I was about 40 minutes late until they just dropped the entire queue. Nobody was able to, floodgates open, and it was available probably for another 20 or 30 minutes. So this is going to become readily available very, very quickly. Now, how does that relate to the original one from Sword and Shield? Well, let's kind of break it down. So right now we're looking at it. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at the price point. Right now it's about $140, so only $20 above MSRP, which is phenomenal, and it's just kind of getting lower and lower. As you can kind of see from the graph, I mean, it started off at about $400, and good old GameStop was just trying to take advantage of this market and really try to pump it up and keep it at $200 upon release. Well, they're going to be holding the heavy bags because as of right now, it is going for around $140 before shipping and taxes, and just continuing on going down. Now, with that being said, do the stores that are charging the $200, such as the GameStop, are they going to be left with the bag? Or are they going to start slashing their prices now that they kind of see that, hey, this is not a sustainable item and we're going to have to cut our losses eventually, right? Let's see how we're going to have to see how that plays out later on. But just kind of going through what it offers, I'm pretty sure everybody is well aware. It comes with 18 total packs. You know, has 2 promo cards, the Mega Charizard, the Oricorio, and then also like the Playman, all that whatnot. Now the sets that are included, right? 4 Mega Evolutions, 4 Journey Together, 4 Phantasmal Flames, 4 Destined Rivals, and 2 Surging Sparks. That's quite a lot. Very good value, and for the promos that included, it's a very good overall product. Now, of course, inventory-wise, there's going to be a lot of it. I mean, these things are selling all the time. They're pretty much only getting restocked at Targets constantly. I'm seeing it all over the place. So I think as we continue to see this downtrend, if it continues to go closer to MSRP or even below, I think that is a prime opportunity to probably pick up a few of these, if not cases, if you can. And here's why. And we're going to kind of go into and how it compares to the original Sword and Shield one. So the one from Sword and Shield, that one had a total of 16 packs as well as 3 promo cards, not the 2 that are from this one right here. So with the sets that came into that one, we had 3 Fusion Strikes, 3 Evolving Skies, 2 Lost Origin, 3 Astral Radiance, 3 Brilliant Stars, 1 Vivid Voltage, and also 1 Darkness Ablaze. Now, pack selection-wise, now pretty much bringing the heat, right? With the exception of Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze, but at the same time, still very good sets overall, especially considering the Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike, what they've done lately. But when we go back and look at what it did historically, again, historical data doesn't predict the future, but at the same time, we're kind of seeing it happen, especially with the new news of the new printing facility that's being leased and also expanding. So when you're looking at that new facility, this is definitely going to have a lot more time to be printed. Now looking back on the old Sword and Shield, so as you look at the graph here, we can see $129.99, a few dollars over MSRP, but at the same time, you know, it just came out. And so you can kind of see it stayed at this spot for just about a year before it even crossed a little bit over MSRP, and the following year printed heavily. It stayed on shelves, discounted to $100, probably even $80. I think on here it says $91 at the lowest, $88 right there. So stores just had them all day long on the shelves until, you know, at the end of 2024, when the boom and everything started changing, it finally climbed to like 164. And then we kind of see that trajectory that we're on right now. You can't see the rest of the graph, but on the far left-hand side here, 376 is where it's at as of right now. So it really comes down to longevity-wise, as far as how are people going to view this later on, is do they like the promos? Now, going into the original promos, let's see. Going into the original promos from Sword Shield, there's 3 of them that were included. This is my least favorite, but people did like it. Kind of reminded me of like Godzilla and everything. So this is one of the 3. The other 2 are probably my favorites. Sleepy Charizard after he battles Venusaur. Very cool card. Love the artwork. Love this art style. Everything about this card's awesome. And picked it up for super cheap. I think these were around for I think all 3 of them were $20 for the longest time. And then also they have the one with the matching Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. So a lot of really, really badass promos. And I think they were heavily slept on for a long time, as well as just the product itself. The UPC was just everywhere for a very, very long time. Kind of sounds familiar, right? These is printing nonstop. It's again only $140 right now and continuing to go down. So more people that are stacking these up are taking losses, especially the ones that were dumb enough to go to GameStop and spend their money on $200 each, thinking that they were just going to continue to go up, which somehow they don't understand market behavior, that this is just not a normal market. But anyways, that's neither here or there. And so when you go into the other promos, this one I actually really like. This one is super badass. I love like the more like anime version of it. I love the Japanese letters on it. I think it's really, really cool. It's like kind of mixed reviews, so it really just depends on what you prefer. And then Oricorio, that artwork's pretty badass. I like how busy it is, but also just very the unique art style. I don't know. I really like this one too. It's Shinji Kanda, right? So it's like another one of those cards that are made by a very popular artist. Every single card he comes out with, people love. And as of right now, I think it's like $13 or $14, whereas the other one was $38. So $14 for a really, really awesome card of an artist that is really popular, I think is going to do really well in the long run. So when you can get something like this at retail or even less, I think it's pretty obvious that it might be one of those things you might want to look into, especially as we go into next year and more product releases. And so with this video, I did actually want to open it too, so I am going to be the one and open this actually right in front of you guys and kind of talk more about it. So predicting in the future, I think with this, it's important to kind of look into how things are behaving right now and seeing exactly how the market's behaving and what's changing. So the biggest thing is, right, new printing facilities are opening up, right? We're getting more and more product. Next year, we are seeing the 30th anniversary. And so things are still continuing to ramp up, but there's more and more sets coming out, which leaves more room for older things to be put on the wayside. Everybody in this hobby is always chasing the brand new thing. Not everybody, I'll take that back. It's mostly people that are just here for the quick buck, quick flips. So they're not really paying attention to very old things. They kind of move on pretty quickly. So that's something to kind of be aware of when you kind of start seeing something downtrend like this so easily. Get that out of the way, because that leaves opportunities for other things. So here's the Charizard UPC. I think it's super clean, super badass. I really like it. And so, yeah, this pack selection wise, I think it's very solid. If we're going to look back on it and try to compare it to the Sword and Shield one, obviously, like the weakest set is going to be Journeying Together. So that kind of fills in the spot of like not Brilliant Stars, Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze. But everything else is pretty solid. Obviously, Surging Spark still is a really good set overall. The Melodic is very popular, so is the Pikachu. But it's also been a lot heavily printed too, so it's one of those sets that's like, okay, maybe it's like a hit or miss in the long term. But kind of looking in comparison to these two, like, it's hard to ignore what's happening. And like I'm saying, like with the 30th anniversary coming around the corner, I think to kind of dismiss it as like, oh, hey, like, you know, it's still going to be very popular. It's still going to be hard to find. I think that's just not the case. So let's kind of look through some of these. I haven't opened anything in a long time, which is why I decided I want to make this video and look into it. All right, we got a full art already, so that's off to a good start. I haven't opened Surging Sparks in a long time either, so I think these are 4-5 good sets for the product, and I think the promo is going to do really well in the long term. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, do you think the pack selection for the do you think the pack selection for this UPC is a lot better than the original one? I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020 when it comes to thinking about it, how it was then versus now, because, you know, not everybody was trying to scalp this particular product as much because it was just everywhere. Let's do Journey Together next. So I'm very interested in what you guys think. Again, I'm going to be one that probably ends up buying this a lot, especially if I start seeing more on Marketplace, because it just makes a lot of sense. This is not one of those like the classic collection boxes where they're like $400 to start and, you know, they tank to like $200. I mean, it's an interesting box, don't get me wrong, but it's just mostly reprints, and I think just people are going to want it for maybe just the big three chases, or the big three, obviously, like Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and the different holo patterns. But I think with this, we're seeing things repeat itself very, very. It's very similar. It's almost it's kind of funny to see it happen in real time, because it's just, you don't want to say history repeats itself and that it's super cyclical, but it's pretty damn close. It's pretty darn close. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think, and it also helps too that the things like the market in general is slowing down. We're seeing more and more scalpers lose money or just barely break even. I think in my area, I've seen a lot of posts of even 151 products. Like they would list it for like $120, and now they're willing to let it go for $80 and even less if you buy like all their stock. So things are kind of turning around, and I think now's a really good time to start hoarding, I guess. Like if you're looking to buy into a lot of good stuff, especially some of the sets that exploded over the last few months, I think now is a good time. And I'm going to kind of go, ooh, all right, Hopzation, full art. I hadn't had much luck in any of these sets recently. I think Destined Rivals is probably my biggest enemy right now. Unironically, because I haven't pulled anything out of it, and I've opened it quite a bit. I think I'm going to do these two last. I'm going to do Mega next. I've seen some crazy pulls in UPCs. I think I saw one guy on Reddit, I forget which actual subreddit it was, where he pulled, I think it was like 4 or 5 SIRs out of, I think it was one out of each set, I think. But it's wild. I couldn't believe his luck, which is another reason why I kind of wanted to open this. Tyro, Delibird, Raikou, Holo. All right. But yeah, like right now, I'm going to do a video on some sets that I think are going to be very good buys, especially right now and going into early 2026, because they've kind of retraced has everything else. And I think it's going to be one of those opportunities that people are going to want to take advantage of while they are still available, and also getting more reprints. One thing in particular was this guy that I just put up here. This guy. So I wanted to get this a long time ago. I wanted to get this, I think, maybe sometime last year, I think. And these were going for like maybe 150 to 200, I think. But in case y'all don't know, this is a sealed mini tin display case of 151. Love the box. It's really cool. But I was able to get it, and if you saw my other video about the PayPal cashback, I did end up getting it for about $220 shipped, which is not bad, especially when compared to the per pack price. It was a steal, and I've been wanting one for a very long time. And I don't understand what the hate is on, ooh, Executor, badass. Too bad I already bought this recently, but you know what? It's okay. A hit's a hit. I'll take it. More inventory for a show later. But I don't understand why the tin display cases are kind of slept on. I think per pack prices is actually pretty solid with them, so I'm kind of confused on that. But that's for another video. I'm going to talk about those sets that I think people should pick up on pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, how's everything going on with you guys? Here's another EX, Mega Kang. How's everything been with you guys? I know I've been trying to keep up with the news a little bit more. I'm kind of more watching recently, but I'm trying to also get my videos up to speed. So I'm very particular about filming and how things look in the audio. So for me, when I wasn't able to have accurate lighting and it kind of made me look all fuzzy and the camera wasn't right, I think it was kind of bothering me a little bit. But I'm very particular about some of that stuff, which I need to kind of get over that. Let's see. Did I open up? No. Okay, so that's Justin Rivals. Yeah, so what are some deals also? Let me know down below what y'all have been able to pick up, if y'all have been doing a little bit more shopping and finding some stuff that are good holds. I'm also kind of curious what other people are looking into right now, for sure. All right, let's see. Let's hope maybe Destin Rivals can be good to me this time. Oh, I got it. Yeah, Mega EX. Let's go. Oh, man. Hell yeah. Finally a solid hit. Finally, it's Destin Rivals has blessed me. It's not the SRR that I would like, but you know what? It's a dub. It's something that I haven't pulled late. This is I think all I've ever gotten in this was just regular EXs. So this is fucking cool. All right, let me find a sleeve. All right, so badass. Love it. Love to see it. Finally. All right. So I've had actually some pretty good pulls so far. So at least maybe I'm one of those lucky few. Maybe. All right. So let's go through. Let's finish these out. There's only a few more left. Here's the code card for that. Let's see. All right. I do have also a big show coming up pretty soon. I'm in Houston if I haven't mentioned that before. But I am in Houston, and so I finally got invited to do Team Rocket's Crobat. Awesome. Another hit. Hit rates are good in this one. I did get a invitation to be at H-Town Card Show at the George R. Brown Center here in Houston. So that's a huge show compared to everything else I've done before. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to be doing some vendor content for that. That's in first weekend of January. So January 2nd through the 4th, I will be doing that show. Oh, all right. Team Rocket's Giovanni. All right. Oh, yeah. The hit rates on this one are pretty damn solid. All right. Let's get that one sleeved too. All right. We're down to the last of the Phantasmal Flames. So I'd also like to, so let me know what you guys think about the promos between the two. I personally still like the ones from Sword and Shield. Except for the one of the VMAX one that looks like Godzilla. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but the other ones I am. I do love the artwork. I do have them both. I think they're very solid. So let me know what you guys think down below, and how has getting product been for you guys? In the city that I'm in, I think it's been a little bit easier to find more stuff. More like sleeve boosters, not so much of like UPCs and stuff. I have seen a lot of posts about people finding more products in the stores, like collector's chests, sleeve boosters, blister packs. Not so much of like the more sought after stuff, like booster bundles and ETBs, but I've seen the posts to where I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen a lot of posts. So I'm curious to how it is around the other parts of the country. So yeah, let me know. All right, so we're almost get done here. Suicune Hollow and Phantasmal Flames. I haven't actually opened up very much. I think this is like my second time. I think I've only opened about 20 packs total. That was about it. All right, last one. Here we go. Last pack magic. I've had some in the past. Let's see how we do today. What else we got? Come on. Oddish, Ghastly, Dawn, Viper, Granbull, Badass Charmeleon, Mammoth Swine, and another EX. Yep, typical. It's pretty much what I've had at a Phantasmal. All right, so let's kind of recap. All right, so just kind of recapping, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 EXs. We have 3 full arts, 2 trainers, Team Rocket's Giovanni, really badass. Executor illustration rare, and the Yen Mega special illustration rare. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I have plenty of stuff coming up. I'm going to be pretty busy over the next few weeks prepping for that vendor show, but I am going to try to put out some more content. So again, let me know, guys, what you think between the two. Do you still think that the Mega Charizard UPC is a good buy right now, or even if it gets at or below MSRP? And do you think it's going to have the same similar trajectory as the Sword and Shield one? Let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in again. We'll see you guys next time.